The View. Ana Navarro has refreshing reaction to being cursed out on vacation. Ana Navarro might be on summer break alongside the rest of her co-hosts on The View. However, she still had a recent story to share with fans. In particular, she had an interesting takeaway from a heated incident while on a foreign vacation. Ana Navarro was on vacation in Greece and Italy while The View is off for the summer. Navarro is a commentator who is best known to many as a co-host on The View. She originally appeared on the talk show as a guest in 2013, becoming a regular guest co-host in 2018. During season 26, she would become a permanent co-host in 2022. Throughout her career, Navarro has appeared in a number of outlets, both in English and Spanish. These include CNN, ABC News, and Telemundo. The View is currently on its yearly summer break. In the meantime, the series will be airing reruns until after Labor Day. However, Navarro still had a story to share with fans. In a recent Instagram reel, Navarro shared an interesting moment during her vacation in Italy. As she shared, "You all, I got cussed the F** out today in Italy and I must share." Explaining that she met warm and lovely people while visiting Greece, things took a turn when she went to the other country. As she noted, "Then I came to Italy and that all changed in one day." Navarro continued, "So I was in this place called Taormina, beautiful little town. It's where they filmed The White Lotus, where Jennifer Coolidge gets killed by the gays. You remember the one? Okay, so I hired this taxi driver who was with me all day, and we did like 5 or 6 different trips." Navarro claimed that the taxi driver took her shopping to and fro from the boat, with her paying for each trip individually. Things took a turn, however, when he took her to lunch. She explained, "He says to me, 'When you're finished, call me 20 minutes before and I will come and pick you up.'" According to Navarro, the driver even shared a few choice words for her dog. "So I text him on WhatsApp, that's what people here use. I tell him I'm finishing and he sends me a WhatsApp and he says, 'I'm sorry, I can't come and pick you up.' Okay, I stop reading there. So I tell the restaurant, 'Will you please get me a taxi?' And they do." Navarro claimed that as she went to the new taxi, her original driver messaged her saying that he was sending someone. However, she claimed to have not received this message. Navarro continued, "So I get in this taxi, then the guy's just calling me, saying, 'Where the F are you?' And I'm like, 'Well, I'm so sorry, I got in another taxi.'" According to Navarro, she received a WhatsApp from the first driver where he proceeded to curse her out. A message allegedly read, "How the F** do you behave? You are an unfair person. I called a colleague that was in Taormina and he came to pick you up and take you where you wanted to. You told me okay, and then you took another F** taxi. You don't know how to live, you evil whore. Learn to behave, you witch, and respect people's work. You are an unfair, horrible person. I'm sorry, I was kind all day to you with that F** dog in the car that left a lot of hair. Learn to live." Despite what happened, Navarro shared that she had a good laugh. As she joked, "Okay, let me just say this, cha-cha does not shed. If there was hair in the car, it was from my head." She then asked that the people of Italy never change, saying she loved their passion and authenticity. Navarro continued, "I'm used to getting cussed out by anonymous bots on Twitter. It's been a while since I got cussed out by a human being with a name and a face who I've actually spent time with. This was rather refreshing." She also assured, "I apologized to the guy, by the way, so don't get on my ass." What is your reaction to Ana Navarro's recent share? Have you been following this story? Are you keeping up with The View? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest TV and celebrity news. The View. Ana Navarro has refreshing reaction to being cursed out on vacation. Ana Navarro is proving once again that she has a talent for finding humor in even the most unexpected situations. While enjoying some much-needed time away from The View, the outspoken co-host found herself at the center of a bizarre vacation mishap involving a taxi driver in Italy. But instead of letting the confrontation ruin her trip, Navarro turned the entire experience into a funny story for her followers, and even described being cursed out as rather refreshing. Navarro has been spending her summer break traveling, including time in Greece and Italy. According to reports, She described the people she met in Greece as warm and welcoming before heading to Taormina, Sicily, a picturesque Italian town known to television fans as one of the filming locations for HBO's The White Lotus. That is where her relaxing vacation apparently took a dramatic turn. A taxi ride turns into a major misunderstanding. Navarro explained that she hired a taxi driver in Taormina and used his services several times throughout the day. The driver reportedly took her shopping and helped transport her between different locations, including her boat. The arrangement appeared to be going smoothly. According to Navarro's account, the driver eventually took her to lunch. Before she went inside, he reportedly told her to contact him about 20 minutes before she was ready to leave so he could return and pick her up. Navarro followed those instructions. She said she contacted him through WhatsApp when she was finishing lunch. However, the first message she saw from the driver indicated that he could not come pick her up. Believing the driver was unavailable, Navarro asked the restaurant to arrange another taxi. That seemingly simple decision created the entire misunderstanding. Navarro said that, after she had already gotten into another taxi, she received another message from the original driver saying he had arranged for a colleague to pick her up. Navarro said she did not see that message before getting into the replacement taxi. Then came the phone call. According to Navarro, the original driver called her and angrily asked where she was. She explained that she had gotten into another taxi because she understood that he was unavailable. That apparently did not settle the issue. Instead, Navarro said she subsequently received a lengthy WhatsApp message in which the driver expressed his anger and accused her of behaving unfairly. Navarro was more amused than offended. For many people, receiving an angry message filled with insults from someone they had just spent the day with would be enough to ruin a vacation. Navarro, however, appeared to take a very different approach. Rather than presenting herself as devastated or furious, she shared the story with her followers in a humorous Instagram reel. She even joked about one particularly unexpected part of the driver's complaint: her dog, Cha-Cha. The driver allegedly complained about dog hair being left inside the vehicle. Navarro had an immediate response. She joked that Cha-Cha does not shed and suggested that if there was hair in the vehicle, it may have come from her own head. That moment perfectly captured Navarro's overall attitude toward the bizarre encounter. Instead of turning the incident into a bitter travel complaint, she treated it almost like an entertaining vacation story. And then came the line that caught everyone's attention. Navarro explained that she is accustomed to receiving insults online from anonymous social media accounts. But, she said, it had been a while since she had been cursed out by an actual person she had met face-to-face. Her conclusion: the experience was rather refreshing. Why Navarro's reaction stands out. Navarro's response is particularly interesting because of how different it is from the way celebrity confrontations typically unfold online. A public figure might be expected to post screenshots, demand an apology, criticize the person involved, or encourage followers to take sides. Navarro did none of that. Instead, she told the story, laughed at some of the details, and even acknowledged that there had been a misunderstanding. She also made an important point. She apologized to the driver. That detail suggests Navarro was not trying to portray herself as completely innocent or the driver as entirely unreasonable. From her perspective, there was a communication breakdown. She believed the driver had canceled the pickup, while he apparently believed she had agreed to use another person he had arranged. The situation escalated because the two sides were operating with different information. Navarro's willingness to acknowledge that makes her reaction even more unusual. She could have easily focused only on the insults. Instead, she accepted that there was another side to the story. Italy still got a compliment. Perhaps the funniest part of Navarro's reaction was that the confrontation apparently did not change her opinion of Italy. Quite the opposite. She praised the passion and authenticity she experienced during the encounter, essentially telling Italy not to change. For Navarro, the argument became part of the travel experience rather than something that destroyed it. That attitude also fits the personality viewers have come to know from The View. Navarro is frequently outspoken, quick with a joke, and willing to discuss uncomfortable or awkward moments without taking herself too seriously. Even when the situation involves harsh language, she can turn it into a story. And this particular story certainly has all the ingredients of a memorable vacation anecdote. A beautiful Italian destination, a taxi mix-up, confusing WhatsApp messages, an angry driver, an innocent dog, and a celebrity co-host laughing about the entire thing afterward. A different kind of summer break. While The View is on its annual summer hiatus, Navarro has clearly been making the most of her time away from the studio. The show's co-hosts have been spending their break in different ways, with Navarro traveling and enjoying time away from the usual demands of daytime television. Reports on the hosts' summer activities note that Navarro has been spending time in Miami before embarking on her international trip. For someone whose job involves debating politics and discussing some of the most contentious topics in the news, a vacation might seem like the perfect opportunity to escape conflict. Instead, Navarro found herself in the middle of a real-life argument thousands of miles from the Hot Topics table. Ironically, though, she seemed to handle it much like she handles tense conversations on television, with humor, directness, and a willingness to tell her side of the story. Fans get a glimpse of the real Ana Navarro. One reason stories like this can resonate with fans is that they reveal a less polished side of public figures. There was no red carpet, television studio, or carefully prepared interview. There was simply Navarro trying to get back from lunch, misunderstanding a message, and ending up in the middle of an unexpected argument. And rather than hide the embarrassing or uncomfortable details, she shared them. That transparency is part of what has helped Navarro build a distinctive presence both on television and social media. Her vacation story also serves as a reminder that even experienced travelers can run into communication problems. Different expectations, language barriers, texting habits, and last-minute changes can turn an ordinary transportation arrangement into a major misunderstanding. In Navarro's case, however, the ending was far more entertaining than disastrous. The takeaway from Navarro's vacation drama. Ultimately, Navarro appears to have walked away from the incident without holding a grudge. She apologized to the driver, laughed about the experience, and continued enjoying her trip. Most importantly, she refused to let one unpleasant interaction define her vacation. That may be the most, Ana Navarro, part of the entire story. Instead of seeing the angry exchange as a reason to complain, she turned it into content, comedy, and a memorable travel story. For fans of The View, the incident also provides another glimpse at Navarro's personality when the cameras are not focused on the daytime talk show table. She's still outspoken. She's still willing to say exactly what happened. But she is also capable of laughing at herself and recognizing when a chaotic situation is simply a chaotic situation. And perhaps that is why her reaction to being cursed out feels so unexpected. Most people would probably describe the experience as stressful, insulting, or infuriating. Navarro described it as refreshing. After years of dealing with anonymous social media criticism, perhaps there really was something oddly refreshing about having an actual human being, standing behind a real name and face, express his frustration directly. The entire episode may have started with a misunderstanding, but it ended as one of Navarro's more amusing vacation stories. And if her reaction is any indication, she isn't letting one angry taxi driver spoil her Italian adventure. Instead, she's laughing about it and taking the whole experience as another colorful chapter in a very eventful summer. As The View prepares to return for another season, fans can expect Navarro to bring that same mix of humor, honesty, and blunt commentary back to the table. Until then, she appears perfectly happy collecting stories from the road. even the ones that involve getting cursed out in Italy.